This is the news update at 5 on Darling 107.3 FM.
This is the news update on 107.3 Darling FM. Here are the latest stories. Leaders of the host community of all producing areas has called on the federal government to scrap the Niger Delta Development Commission and transfer all its allocations to them for effective management. The President, National Executive of the host communities of Nigeria producing oil and gas, Benjamin Tamara Nebi, stated this while addressing journalists on the second day of the public hearing on the petroleum industry bill by the Senate Joint Committee on Petroleum Upstream, Downstream and Gas. Tamara Nebi said NDDC should be scrapped so that the allocation given to the commission could be directly paid to hostcoms for these critical interventions, especially after the revelations that followed the investigative hearing on the commission. National Identity Management Commission (NIMC) has announced that any national identification card or national identity number (NIN) issued in Kwara State before 2012 is not valid. The NIMC acting coordinator in the state, Paul Popula, who stated this at the University of Ilorin, said NIN registration in the early 2000s had been rendered unacceptable by the law that created the commission. Popular called on Nigerians who are yet to obtain the cards to do so without further delay, while noting that NIMC registration centers across Kwara will remain open every working day to capture residents of the state. President Muhammadu Buhari has accepted the immediate resignation of the service chiefs and their retirement from service. Those involved are the Chief of Defense Staff, General Abayomi Olani Shekan, Chief of Army Staff, Toko Buratai, Chief of Naval Staff Vice Admiral Ibok Ekwes Ibas, and Chief of Air Staff Air Marshal Sadiq Abubakar. The new service chiefs are Major General Leo Irabo, Chief of Defense Staff Major General I Atahiru, Chief of Army Staff Rear Admiral A.Z. Gambo, Chief of Naval Staff and Air Vice Marshal I.O. Amal, Chief of Air Staff. The President congratulates the new service chiefs and thanks the outgoing one and urges the new service chiefs to be loyal and dedicated in the discharge of their responsibilities. On the foreign scene, Prime Minister Giuseppe Conte has resigned in the hope of forming a new government after weeks of turmoil in his ruling coalition, leaving Italy rudderless as it battles the deadly coronavirus pandemic. He tendered his resignation to President Sergio Mattarella, the ultimate arbiter of Italian political crisis, who invited him to stay on in a caretaker capacity pending discussions on what happens next. And that's the news update as produced by Uchoma Sophia Afolabi. I am Chidera Ruskamil and Neke. And Chikota Akoko is at 7 p.m.